Okay, we're back again for another episode. In this one, we have uh, we have an ordinary general annuity, but with a present value. So let's look at the question. Ambrosia has already saved $14,200. So it means there is some money in um, Ambrosia's account of $14,200. So that's the present value as of today. He plans to contribute equal deposits of $400 at the end of every quarter. So end of every quarter means CY is 4, and the amount, the payment is $400 for the next 5 years. How much will be the accumulated value? That means the future value in our investment, assuming the account earns 6.6, 6.76%, 6.76% compounded monthly. So CY is 12. So these are not equal. Now this is done, the deposits are done at the end of every quarter. So begin or end, yes, we should choose end. All right. Actually, it's there already. If you don't trouble it, it's fine. Okay. So next, what else do we want to compute? I guess we need to how much be the accumulated value. That is the future value, and over of after the 5 years. All right. So it's 5 years, the accumulated amount. So that is the computation we need to perform for the future value. So let us begin. So second IY, PY is 4, so we don't need trouble with 4. We can just go up and then we go 12 for CY, and there we are. And we can go down, CY is 4, CY is 12, and with that we can quit the menu. Next is N. So how many years? Well, it's the next 5 years. So we take the 5, we go second N. So N turns out to be 20. All right, what is next to be entered? The interest is 6.76. So we go 6.76, and that is IY. Present value. Well, there is a present value of $14,200 because that has already been saved into the account. Payment is how much? $400. So there we go. 400 negative payment. And with that, we can do a computation. We compute the future value. And the future value turns out to be 10,458.10. Yes, you can put it in as negative if you wish, but maybe you shouldn't. And then we got a problem. Correct? Yes. So what could be the problem? Well, maybe we did something wrong. All right. What is that? Everything looks right. Compounded quarterly. Maybe let's go and see our numbers that were inputted. So those are correct. The N value is for the next 5 years. So 5 times, oh, N is correct. IY is correct. Present value is correct. Payment is correct. And the present value is correct. Is that it? No, let's see. I do have the right present value. I do have the payment correct. I do compute the future value. I got 10,458.10. Now, it could round all answers to 2 decimal places. And what else do we need to check? Well, I guess it looks like it should be correct. Why is it not correct? Let's see if I change this to a positive number. What do I get? I get 29,000. 324.93. And let's see if that turns out to be the correct answer, and it does. So what does that tell us? Well, it tells us that this sign here, the payment and the present value must be the same sign. Now this is marking positive and negative. Now let us fix that. Let's see if we put both negative signs for present value, and let's recall the payment. And we make that negative and we put it in there. Payment is negative and so is the present value. Let's compute the future value and we get a positive number. So that is what needs to be realized, or please do not make that mistake. The payment has to be the same sign as the present value. Yes, here is an instance where the deposits are being made. So if you decide to stay with a negative here, then this has to be also negative. The present value and the payment must agree. And then we get the correct answer. All right, so please make a note of that in these questions where there is a present value and the payments are being made, then the payment and the present value must have the same sign, positive or negative. And that brings us to the end of another episode in annuities.